Do you remember the first person you cared for that passed away? I'm not talking about your great aunt's sister's cousin, but truly someone you had genuine memories of love and laughter with. Someone from your family, a grandparent or parent, a brother or sister, perhaps a close friend or pet. How did you feel when you learned of their passing? Did you miss them? Cry for them? Scream, yell, punch pillows? Did you grieve them? If someone gave you the ability to spend even one more moment with them, would you take it? Would you do anything, even if it meant sacrificing your own health and sanity, to spend more time with this loved one? Clair Obscur Expedition 33 asks this question and delivers it in the 2025 Game of the Year. Today, I want to share with you how Clair Obscur Expedition 33 utilizes grief in its storytelling and how it can help shape the way we love. Unlike my other past videos, this one will not be a full synopsis exploration of the game, yet we will spoil most, if not all of this game. This is an exploration of how we can learn to love by understanding grief. The story of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 finds our protagonists fighting against the Paintress and the mysteries of their world. Every year, on the same exact day, the Paintress emerges from her somber state to mark a new descending number, symbolizing the age no human in Lumiere can grow past. On this day, in the prologue of the game, anyone at the age of 33 is gommaged, and the number will continuously go down every year until it hits 0. We learn all of this within the first hour of Clair Obscur, alongside the level of desperation each hero feels to find and defeat the Paintress. They do this because they see no end in sight. They face extinction, and alongside extinction comes the grief left behind to those who come after. The people of Lumiere can't simply continue to lose those they love. They can't possibly continue to grieve their mothers, fathers, siblings, and caretakers. So each year, an expedition is sent to take down the Paintress, but for the past 67 years, they have always come up short. This is where we meet our expedition. In the prologue, we take over two playable characters, Gustav and Sophie, who we learn once dated, but ended things based on their disconnecting views of how to proceed in a world where they can't agree on the best path forward. Is it right to have children knowing they will be forced to face the Paintress? Or even have those children gommaged within the next 16 years? What life is there to live when there is no one older than 17? No one older than 12? No one older than 5? As the Paintress paints her new number, we watch the citizens of Lumiere who are all 33 gommage away, and the remaining citizens grieve for them. Gustav clings to Soph in his arms, and watches her disappear right in front of his eyes. She is gone. Forever. Through Gustav's eyes, we feel his pain. We feel his love, and his level of desperation to stop this cycle of grief once and for all. We constantly see this throughout the story as we meet more of our characters and travel to get closer and closer to the Paintress. And to be extremely clear, we're going to spoil this game right now, and honestly the whole rest of this video, so again, if you want to play this game, come back once you've beat it. Back to it then. We have characters such as Lune, who grieves her parents, Maëlle, who grieves the death of Gustav in Act 1, CL, who grieves for her husband and lost child during pregnancy. As we progress through the game, we understand grief is the reason for this whole story. The Desandre family's grief in its entirety is the underlying reason of why the people of Lumiere are both suffering and why they were created. This world is but a painter's canvas, Verso's canvas, before he lost his life in a fire in the real world. His mother, Aline, or the Paintress, couldn't handle the loss, so she escaped into this canvas and created Lumiere and all of its citizens, including a new painted Verso, painted Alicia, painted Renoir, and painted Clea. At the end of Act 2, after defeating the Paintress, we learn Painted Verso's plan was based around his own grief he has for his dying mother. Kill the paintress to banish my mother from this canvas, saving her life and ending all of her creations inside it. You might be wondering, why did I say Verso grieves his dying mother? Shouldn't he only be grieving if his mother is already dead? This is where I believe Clair Obscur helped me understand why grief is an important part of life, an important part of love, and how grief doesn't necessarily only come at the end of someone's life. You see, I believe grief can also be there throughout the entire cycle of loss, not just specifically at death. And it can be for many things. It can be losing touch with a close friend, losing joy from a dream job, watching a parent start to lose mobility. Seeing an elder parent not be able to move on their own makes you realize the last vacation you went on with them may indeed be the last. Being hundreds or thousands of miles away from a loved one can cause you to grieve the relationship you once had with them. You can no longer just walk over to see them. They can no longer be there for all of your wins or comfort you during your losses. Grief itself takes shape because of these constant reminders that your life will never be the same. We grieve our old life not just because of the loss of love, but for the loss of what once was certain. And Verso isn't the only character in Clair Obscur who grieves a living relationship, but in fact it's the paintress herself who grieves for her creations every day. At the beginning of the game, Soph mentions that perhaps the paintress too is sad, akin to a prisoner just like them. Little did we know, Soph was right. The paintress was grieving the loss of what was to come, the loss of every Lumiere citizen she created, the echoes of her son's voice, the escape from her waking nightmare. Day by day, year by year, the paintress would give her entire self, her sanity, her health, just to continue living with the last remaining parts of her son through his art. To help us fully understand the paintress's grief and love, I want to share what I believe is an amazing excerpt from Andrew Garfield on grief during an interview with Stephen Colbert. It's something that I've thought of often after I watched it, and that continuously played through my head the further and further I went into Clair Obscur. During the interview, Andrew is asked about his relationship with grief after just losing his mother. In Andrew's words, he states, "I love talking about it, so if I cry it's only a beautiful thing. This is all the unexpressed love. The grief that will remain with us until we pass because we never get enough time with each other, right? No matter if someone lives till 60, 15, or 99, so I hope this grief stays with me because it's all the unexpressed love that I didn't get to tell her, and I told her every day. She was the best of us." Andrew wants the grief to stay with him, not because he loves feeling sad, but because he loves how much love he has for his mother. He considers his mother the best of us. And according to the Desandres, Verso was the exact same. The paintress's grief is caused by all the unexpressed love she was never able to share with her son. Love with nowhere else to go. Love that can no longer be expressed except through her art. So of course, when we get to the end of Act 2, we can see her reach out in one final attempt to share her unexpressed love. At the final part of defeating the paintress, her battle music comes to a halt. A somber and angelic overture starts. The paintress, battered and beaten by our party, she lies before them defenseless. With her creations ready to kill her, she does not fight back. Instead, she decides to heal our party. She heals our party as her final act to express her love. Even as Expedition 33 vanquishes her from this canvas, she never stops loving them. If it means she can spend just one more moment with them, with Verso, she'll do it, no matter what happens to her. In the beginning of this video, when I asked you to remember the first person you cared for that passed away, that you truly cared for, I want you to think of someone else now. Not someone who has passed away, but I want you to think of the person most important to you today. Think of their warmth, their laugh, their soul. If this person were lost today, would you live inside a painted world just to continue experiencing life with them, even if it was just for one more day? Would you do it for one more month? One more year? Would you do as the paintress did and share any unexpressed love you have for them just one more time? Instead of facing the unknown without them, would you grieve as she did and hold on to them as long as possible, no matter how much pain it continued to inflict? Whether you answered yes or no to these questions, I hope it still made you think about the amount of love you have for this person. So how does understanding all of this grief in Clair Obscur allow us to learn to love? Well, with understanding that the sole purpose and plot of the entire game is in fact revolved around the grief of Reverso, we can see what each character would do just to spend another moment with said loved one. The unexpressed love not only shared by the paintress, but all other characters teaches us that there is truly never enough time to show those we love how much we care. If grief is all the unexpressed love we could never share, why not go out and change that today? Let's not wait until your most cherished loved ones pass away. Let's not wait until they get older or they move away. Whether or not you would have done as the paintress did and chose to spend more time with your most cherished loved ones after their death, I imagine we can all agree, if right now was the moment, if right now was the day it all changed, it would just be too soon. Playing Clair Obscur has arguably made me realize a greater importance of love and relationships in my life, and that these relationships are truly what matter to me. There are many hobbies one can do, or distractions you can fill the time with, or even video essays that you can work 40 hours on to express the love you feel, but it's the ability to spend quality time with these loved ones which truly matter. We should love to our fullest right here, right now, because at the end of the day, that's all we will care about. My loved ones are here to stay, and thanks to Clair Obscur, I am free to express all of the love I have and share it with those I want to receive it. Hey, if you watched this whole video and you didn't play Clair Obscur, thanks for watching. Truly, it means the world to me. This game, like Slay the Princess, was a life-changing game for me, and I highly recommend playing through it, even with knowing most of the spoilers. I make video essays on games that hit me emotionally, send me into thought-provoking rants, all to share with the person I would spend 10 lifetimes in any world with, my wife. So you enjoying this video is just an extra cherry on top. If you did play through Clair Obscur, I'd love to know your thoughts about it or any video games you've played that have changed your world perspective. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for clicking on this video, watching, and learning why I think Clair Obscur can teach us how to love better. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, as I'll be bringing more gaming content to you. And lastly, this video is for all of those who come after. Thanks for watching.